Get into this. First things first, I'm not a financial advisor. Never probably will be one, and I'll never claim to be one. So do this all at your own risk. This is not this is your money. Like, don't blame me because things didn't go your way. Like, I'm here to teach you what I know, and maybe what I know doesn't work for you guys, and you'll have to find somebody else, that maybe will help teach you in the way you can learn better, or maybe things just click better for you in a different way. But you're gonna have to give it a chance, no matter whether it's me that can help you get to that next step or somebody else. Like, you're gonna have to give it a chance. You're gonna have to give it time. So yeah, let's get into this. Um, where I'm located at the moment, New York session opens at 5:30, so roughly about right here, 5:30. This is a Brinks box. This is, if you know what a Brinks truck is, that's the best way to explain it. It's just where the money's coming in. It's the last 30 minutes of the London session, and the first 30 minutes of the New York session. That's where we make all our plays for the day, really, is based off the ranges of this Brinks box. This was the trade I made 11 grand on um, yesterday. So let's break into it. Now let's get into it. So we're gonna just mark off the ranges, the top ranges here, and then the lower. Give me a second. All right. So the reason the box is this size is because the highest point and the lowest point within that hour. So there's the high and the low. You can go back and see that this would be the low of when the Brinks box started. This would be the high of when the Brinks box started. Go back a little bit more. High, low, high, low. All right. So what did we do? This trade did not come through until way later. So about 4 hours after the New York session started. Like I said, New York session starts 5:30 a.m. where I'm located. Yeah, it starts at 9:30 Eastern time. So you have to do your math or your calculations based off of that as Eastern time. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so we usually just look for a break above the Brinks box high or break below the Brinks box low. Usually it doesn't take this long. Usually these plays happen pretty fast after the market open. Like, as we can see, go back. You can see that once the Springs box was formed, mind these lines. I was just making an example earlier of how technical analysis is bullshit. Anyways, you can see right after the Brinks box was formed, this move played out pretty fast. And if you were able to capture this move on Doge, you would have seen a 4% return in 30 minutes, which is phenomenal. But that's like a perfect exit. Like, probably would have been taking profits along the way. And yeah, it's impossible to be perfect. You will lose money, so you have to know what you're willing to lose. So if you're not okay with losing money, then this is not the game for you and you need to get out because it's all about risk management. Everyone's using different capital, everyone's risk management is different. Some people are using leverage and some people are not. For those who don't know what leverage is borrowing money from the exchange you're using So then your profit could be more or your loss could be a lot more as well. It's a big risk. It's not recommended for beginning traders. You want to get the basics down first. Anyway, so if we zoom in here, we can also see price was able to keep support at this Brinks box low and also support on this EMA, this blue EMA here, which it means an estimated moving average. So we would have had to shown patience and discipline to not feel like we're missing out or try to catch any move that really isn't there. A huge part of trading is discipline and patience and psychology behind it all, really. There's no, like, you could have a perfect strategy and still lose. Um, you need a strategy, but like, you could still have a good one and you'll lose. Like, you need discipline as well. You need patience and you need good risk management. You need all three of these together or you're going to get burnt. The reason why trading is so hard is because of the time it takes to train your brain to be in this game. A lot of you, including myself, may think you're disciplined and have patience, and we don't. Not you really be surprised. The reason it takes so long to learn this is because you're changing the person you are and changing your mindset. And that takes time. It doesn't just click and happen overnight. That's why journaling is so important in trading. It's very, 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 very important. And I really can't stress journaling enough. You really have to do it. You will not be successful if you do not journal your trades. You need to be able to reflect and see. You need to be able to see it and reflect on it. And when you're just doing trades and losing or winning, you're not actually seeing or reflecting. You'll think you'll remember, oh, I can't do that again, but no, like you need to be journaling. Anyways, after that, after the play happens, it became pretty simple. Um I typically don't look for huge moves like what we saw on what is it? There's on Wednesday, so yesterday. Um Let's see, from the break of the upper brinks and to here, that's about a 6% move. This doesn't happen like all the time, but right now in the market, we're seeing phenomenal movement. Um, at this time, anyways, that's not all the time. Just whenever Trump mentions tariffs, just the market does not like it at all. But when you mention a 90-day pause, then, well, all hell just breaks loose. Everyone was buying. So we were able to capitalize on that. But, anyways, let's take a closer look here. We can see a break here and a fake out. And you could have easily taken this trade right here. You would have seen close to a 1% move, which is what you're looking for. As a day trader, you're looking for a 1 to 2% move every day, or a couple trades to get you to 1 to 2% gain every day. Some people, like everyone's risk management is different. Like some people might have been able to take this trade and endure a 1.3% loss. For me, I'm not doing that. I'm not enduring a 1% loss or really even a point 0.5 loss. I trade I look for perfect entries really and I take profits fast. Luckily, I was not looking at the chart at the time. I know myself, I would have taken a profit probably on this candle. I can walk away with two, like this would have granted me about 2 grand and I would have walked away. Like But thankfully, I wasn't looking at it because sometimes I will make my profit and then just close the laptop. Thankfully, once again, thankfully I didn't because the move that happened right afterwards. So, everyone, you're gonna go into your trading view. Everyone here, get trading view. If you don't have it already, get trading view. Download it right now on your phone, on your laptop, PC, Xbox, whatever the fuck you're using. Trading on an Xbox would be live, low key. But anyways, you're gonna go into the chart. As long as it's Monday through Friday, you're going to find whatever time zone you're in. You're gonna find the entry for the start of the New York session for those who would like to trade New York. And we're just gonna mark it off. So right here, 5:30. We're just gonna drag it. Well, it's capping right now. Come on. Also, get familiar with TradingView. They have tons of courses and on how to use tons of courses. I'm sorry. They have tons of videos on how to use their platform. And then we're gonna get the low of it actually. I apologize. Right there. Then we're gonna go to 5:30. And we're going to get the high of the New York session. Give me a second. This line isn't straight. All right, and so this is the New York session right here. You can imagine what is going on right here. The high and the low. Then you're going to mark the high and the low of the first 30 minutes before. So we're going to go to 5 for me. Like I said, 5 a.m. We're going to find 5 a.m. There we go, right here. And this would also be the low of the Brinks box as well. So we won't have to draw that line out. And then the high of the Brinks box was right here for the purpose of just like educational. I'm gonna put two lines just so you know. What I'm trying to explain. I apologize. We're gonna make it a different color though. Let's see, let's just make it that color. Fuck it. What color did I do that one? Fine, that works. So red being the Brinks box, first 30 minutes. So we can make it, well, we'll just drag it across because just so it's easier for like the visibility of it all. The lines don't add up. I hope you guys are following me right now and this is making sense so far. I feel like I might just be rambling on. But here we got the red lines indicating the Brinks box high and low, and then we have the yellow line indicating the New York high, New York low. We're looking at this in hindsight, the New York low and New York high, but the New York low was established and we're able to see that, right? Okay. I hope so. Like this is the low of like if we're not looking anywhere on this side, let me make this easier for y'all. This is clearly the low. It has the New York session started and it has not gone lower than this point. And this is the high because, well, it does not go any higher than that point in the New York session. So the strategy you guys are going to work on is going back into your chart, marking these um, zones off, just so you can get familiar with all with like New York session, which is my recommendation is to trade New York. I trade New York and London, but New York moves way faster and way better. There's just more volatility. Volatility as in more money, more movement. It's just how it is. I don't make the rules. Anyways, this is what you're gonna do. And none of you, I mean, if you have the money to put down, sure, but most of you should be demo trading. I know a lot of you are beginners and have lost money doing this stuff, or you've had investments and made or lost money. But day trading is so much different. We're not just putting our money in and hoping or praying for it to go up. Or we're like this game is very manipulated, and the algorithm and market makers, these people with huge amounts of liquidity, they know technical analysis strategies, they know price action, like, and they use it against other people trading to take your money. Like, this is a real game. Like, this is the real world. They will take your money. When one person wins, another person is losing. So when I made 11 grand yesterday, I was took 11 grand from other people. Like, you have to understand how brutal this shit can get. Anyways, back to what I was saying. You're going to draw these out on your charts, demo trading or live trading. Once again, I recommend demo trading to people who are still very new to this. I did not demo trade at the beginning of my journey thinking I was top dog, hot shit, and I got burnt. I lost a lot of money, and I was not in the game for very long with money, and I learned the hard way of how to actually learn how to trade. And that's what I'm gonna try and get you guys to not do is learn the hard way. Like it's taking me years to do this shit. But you're just going to take a trade and you're going to be disciplined enough to take the trade whenever it breaks below the low or the high of the Brinks box in the New York session. And that's really the strategy. Like it's really simple. The only way you can win in this game is to simplize it as much as possible. Like if you put too much bullshit on your chart, like you will not too many indicators you will lose. Like you have to simplify this shit as simple as possible. Anyways, and then you're going to take a trade. Everyone's risk is different. You're going to figure out your risk. I mean, it's not hard to figure out your risk. When you put money down, how much of that money are you willing to lose? And you should never be putting your full account down. Like if you have $1,000 to lose, fuck it. Put $1,000 to lose, but you have to be okay. Any amount of money you put down, you have to be willing to lose it. Like in the back of your head, you have to be willing to lose it. If not, you're gonna get too emotional. And once you start getting emotional in this game, it's over. There's nothing you can do once. Like if you're in a trade and you start getting emotional, you see you're in a win and the price is going up and you're getting more money and you're starting to get antsy and emotional, get out. Same goes for losing. If you're losing too much money, in your head and you're like, I'm not okay with losing this amount of money. And especially if it goes any further, you have to have the discipline to get out. It sounds easy, but it's really a lot harder than you think. So draw these lines out on your chart for your chosen asset. I'm chosen Doge because I like the way it moves. I know how to trade Bitcoin and it moves like Bitcoin, very similar, just with more volatility. So that's why I trade Doge. That's my personal recommendation. please answer, or that's my not recommendation. I apologize. That's like just my personal preference as to trade. Please know how your asset moves before you start trading it. Like you need market experience. Just sit there and watch. Okay. We'll get more into depth. Like trading isn't just lines and taking trades off the breaks. Like it's a lot more than that, but this can get you very far as long as you have discipline and good risk management and you stick to the strategy. Do not take any trades unless it breaks above or below the Brinks high and the Brinks low. Please ask me any more questions if this is too confusing or um, if you just have any questions in general, I can dumb it down even more. Or maybe I'm just not, maybe I'm getting too far ahead and I need to take a step back. Please let me know. I have no problem doing whatever. I just want to help you guys. So please ask me questions. Anyways, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Where we can, and I will do like questions and answers. Just drop a bunch of questions in the chat or in the Discord, and I will answer them. And I'll do my best to help y'all. So, all right, peace.